What's up, guys? It's your boy Mr. Rockoff Johnson here with another video. Real quick before we get on with this video, let's go ahead and push our problems to the side and just enjoy this time that we have here today. How you guys feeling? It has honestly been a while, but obviously that's a story for another day. We ain't gonna get into that into this video, because into this video, just had to look at the merch real quick, as of course, you know, link down in the description below. But in this video, we're going over the FRS. That's right. So in case you guys don't know, my good friend Brad that lives down in Florida, make sure you guys check him out, aka Two Fitted. I've of course shouted him out plenty of times before, but he actually called me out on my bull. Nah, but for real, he made a video talking about everything wrong with his extremely cool Altima. I mean, he's got bags on it, wheels, speakers, he's got the star headliner. I mean, you guys should check out his build, so make sure you guys go check that video out. I will be linking it down in the description, or it should be popping up, or should have popped up by now. But yeah, so since he called me out, I'm gonna tell you guys everything wrong with my 500 horsepower bed and boosted FRS. Of course, you guys, there's a whole playlist on this car's build, like ever since the day I got it. So if you're curious about that build, make sure you go and watch it, because as you can see, we got the drag radials on and everything. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So starting off in the back of the car, now it's extremely hard to tell right now just because of like the dew and whatnot, but see that? See how ashy my carbon fiber trunk looks on the top? And how good it looks here? That's because from when this was, you know, getting all its work done and all that kind of stuff, and when they were, the car was at Pure Automotive, then Andrew Tech Automotive, it sat out in the sun, so it completely cooked the top of my Save-On carbon fiber trunk, so it forever looks ashy at the top. I am going to get it fixed at some point, but that's just not a priority right now. And of course, Lil Puma, if you're watching this, I know it's giving you all kinds of cringe right now, and I am sorry. Problem number two, that I'm not, by the way, I'm not gonna be counting off all the problems with it. I just started like that. But anyway, problem number two that a lot of people don't know about. This actually will fill up with water, like when it rains, and it's a common issue with the stock taillights on these cars. So if you look right there, I actually drilled a hole into it so that instead of water, you know, filling up in here, it just drains right out. So that's actually another problem with the car that, you know, we fixed in a very janky way. It doesn't happen to this one. This one doesn't have anything drilled into it. It's totally fine. But that one, yeah, it's kind of bad. Like I think before I did it, it filled up with like that much water at one point. Like it was not a good look. So yeah. So now as we go into the back, don't mind how dirty it is. You guys see that? You guys see that light coming through? That's because that's the ground. And you're probably wondering to yourself, Keon, how did that happen? How'd you get them holes in you know, your trunk? So, y'all know that big jack that we usually use whenever we like do installs and all those how-to videos back here? Well, I put that jack in my trunk one time so that we could change out Lowe's tires when he had a race. And in case you don't know who Lowe is, buddy, 5.0 Mustang, nose wiper, Looney Lowe. Make sure y'all check him out, check out some of the videos of his Mustang. But yeah, I went to put the jack in the trunk, and I dropped it in, and the back of the jack just put those holes right through my trunk. They haven't rusted out yet. I don't know how to fix that. I will definitely figure it out at some point, but as of right now, we're just thugging. Here's another problem. Y'all see that? My roof is straight, but my antenna's crooked. I did that. I completely admit that, but it is crooked nevertheless, and that annoys me so much, but I don't have any 3M tape to fix it, so And now, as we go on to the inside of the car, we can talk about some of the stuff in here. Like my seat starting to rip apart, and it was like this when I got it back from the shop. I don't really know what's going on with it, but you know, whatever. That's one thing. And here we go. My steering wheel is peeling apart, and I absolutely love this steering wheel. I need one because it's got the pedal shifters, because of course, like I said, automatic. But yeah, that's one problem with it. Now, I want you guys to understand something. It is like 7:30 in the morning on Sunday. So my neighbors are about to be mad at me, but I don't really care. But as you can see, this is my P3 boost gauge. The reason why it's not on right now is not only because the car's off, but there's a short in this. It's either a short in this cable or it's a short in my OBD2, because it plugs into your OBD2 port over there. There might be a short in my OBD2 port because this like will constantly go in and out while I'm driving. So I don't like get hit with an epilepsy or something like that from this constantly flashing on and off while I'm driving. I leave it off for the most part, but I need to figure that out too. Look, man, these are all things that like I've just I've just been, you know, handling adult stuff like life, and I've been working 6 days straight, so I've kind of just put the cover on this car and just let it be here. But I will get all these fixed. And now for the thing that is probably the biggest problem. This car will shut off on me because of that converter. Now, I do want to change it out to a stock converter, but like I said, I've just been too busy to do it. But I will do it. Let's see if it'll shut off on me the first try. Watch, just because I said that and I'm making a video about like everything wrong with this car, it's not gonna work. Let's see. I know y'all heard it wants to die off on me. And if it doesn't die, it always throws a check engine light. Every time. So there's that too. Oh, there we go. But we're actually not out of the, we're not completely out the fire yet, because I'm about to go take this car to go get some pump gas in it. And it just might shut off on me while we're driving. So fingers crossed it doesn't. Oh, there it is. See? Told you. Knew it was gonna come on. And by the way, whenever I make a pass in this car, like, you know, like even like going from a roll or going from a dig, by the time the RPMs get up to about 7 grand, which this can shift at like 7,700, but by the time it gets up to 7 grand, check engine light comes on and I lose power. Sometimes if I put it in park or I'm sitting and it's just idling, it'll also die on me. System 2 rich, bank 1. Yep, sounds about right. There we go. Good as new. Oh, and by the way, just because I know you guys are curious, E45. There's really, I shouldn't have any E in this, but it's coming up E45. If anything, that's just gonna go away because I'm definitely about to put more pump gas in it. Woo! There's another problem, the fuel economy. Let's see what we get. Oh, since I haven't driven the car in a while, it's telling me 2.9 miles to the gallon. Great. Y'all saw that, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's usually when it dies out. Oh my God, I love this car, man. Promise or not, this thing is still a smile getter. And as we make it back home and everything, let me open this window. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? I drive with the windows down, or whenever I stop, I immediately open the doors. It's because I don't know what it is or how to stop it yet, but especially after I get on it, like fumes from, you know, like the gas. It's like it comes through the vents. Like I don't exactly know what that is yet. Like I said, it's on my list of things to figure out. Either way, when I'm moving, everything's fine. Don't smell anything. Even when the windows are rolled up. But the moment I turn on, or like if I turn on the vents, because my vent was just on. If I turn on my vents, like the, you know, the blower motor and everything, it'll, you know, it'll start to smell like whatever fuel I have in here, whether it's 93 or E85. E85, I'm okay with the smell. 93, not so much. So, that's another problem. Oh my gosh, but from being in my daily driver and driving in that every day, I cannot tell you how rewarding it is to get behind the wheel of this beast. Alright, and last but not least, well, it's not even the last thing. Oh, look at that. It didn't happen. See, I drove around. Well, you know, I had to get some gas to put in it. But I drove around to see if it would happen. But these pins aren't in. So at any given time, my bumper can be like that. And on both sides, it's only bolted down with the top there along here. Of course, inside of the hood, under the hood. But at any given time, my bumper can be like that. So my bumper randomly likes to, you know, pop off, and then you just gotta lift up and sit it back on like that. But you know, it's not that bad, I guess. You know, it could be a lot worse. But for the last thing with this car, I'm gonna need God to help me out a little bit with this. As you can see, it's now nighttime, and my headlights are different. So that's another quirk with the car that, you know, I don't really consider something too bad. It's just that light I had and everything was fine with it, and then that one blew out on me, so I had to change it. So now they got two different color eyes, kind of like how I'm colorblind in one eye. But of course, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and go back. And just like that, God helped me out again, and we back. Appreciate that. I just need that for 1 second. See, look at that. See, the only thing I do is ask God for help. But anyway, that's pretty much gonna conclude it for this video on everything wrong with my bad and boosted Phoenix, the 500 horsepower turbo built mode FRS. If you have any questions or any suggestions on anything, let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't yet, at least, if I'm not mistaken, knowing when this is gonna go live, the other video had just went live, so make sure you guys check that out. But I was in a podcast. I was on a podcast a couple weeks ago. I posted all over like my Instagram, my Facebook when it first happened, but I was on a podcast. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys check that out. That was a great episode. I was on Rev Limit Radio. That was fun, so make sure you guys check that out, because let's blow that up and make that his biggest podcast yet. And yeah, merch, of course, is in the description below. And if you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, man. And as always, guys, I know it's been a while, but you stay classy, stay positive, no matter what's going on in your life. Sometimes life hits you hard, like what's going on with me right now. But as you can see, we all smiles, and we ain't even tripping about it, because there's no point in tripping about it, because if something's already going on, why feel any kind of way about it? It's not going to help the situation, so just be positive through it, you know. And as always, guys, you stay classy, stay positive, and have a good day.